Let's go.
Loving you is like blowing water, baby. You give me the strength through the fire, baby. I'm gonna be your.
Hello. All right. What is popping, everybody? What is popping? Let me turn me up. Let me get myself together. Hold on. Turn me up. What's popping? Yeah, boy. All right, it's Liddy in the city. We got to get into some things. Get in here, everybody. Get in here, everybody. Get in here. It's time to get into some things. All right, before we get into what we got to get into, I just want to say shout out to everybody. Thank you guys all for being patient with me. We got it together. We in here. We're glowing. We're luminous. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 2 in the chat if I am crystal clear. Okay. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Are we Gucci? All right. We won't be here long. The calling number will be open. The number is 563-999-3658. Ciao. All right. All right, ciao. So we got to get into some things. The conversation was trending over the last few days over Nicki Minaj. A lot of people are asking where Nicki Minaj has been, where Nicki Minaj is at, and if Nicki Minaj has in fact fallen off. Okay, so I was on Twitter the other day, and the conversation was, did Nicki Minaj fall off? Okay. A lot of people feel like Nicki has fallen off. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I want this to be an interactive conversation, but I'm going to just keep it a bean. Nicki Minaj has not fallen off. She has not fallen off. Do I believe that she is falling off? I believe she's falling off, meaning that she will fall off, but I don't believe that she's falling off. And I don't believe that she's falling off because she doesn't have the skill set or the talent. I believe that Nicki Minaj may be falling because she's just not as inspired as she used to be. I don't feel like her head is in the game as much as it was when she was first coming out. And we also have to realize this. This woman is not falling off because she's still very much so relevant in the conversation to today. The fact that we're talking about her now, the fact that she can wake up and be trending lets you know that she's not falling off. She's still very much so the standard and very much so top tier when it comes to female rap and female hip hop. Nicki Minaj is definitely top tier and will forever be top tier. Okay. And will be relevant for a long time. And because of her music and because of her polarizing personality. Okay. So I don't think that Nicki Minaj will ever completely fall off, as if just like I feel like Kim never completely fell off. There was a slow down. But Nicki Minaj has not fallen off. Okay. Like I said, the fact that we're talking about her will let you know that she's not fallen off. But even in that same context, the fact that the conversation is, did Nicki Minaj fall off, will let you know that things have slowed up for Nicki Minaj. Okay. But I want to let you know why I feel like she's falling off. I will say falling off because, again, I don't feel like Nicki Minaj is inspired to do the work. I don't feel like Nicki Minaj is really ready to really, like, you know how Beyonce, even though Beyonce doesn't chart a lot, Beyonce stays relevant because, first of all, she's a hell of a performer. But then, two, Beyonce adjusts with the sounds and the times. Nicki Minaj, I remember when the Migos in that Atlanta sound, the trap and, the trap rap was out. Nicki Minaj was like, I hear that. I don't want to get involved in that. I don't like that. I'm not a trap rapper. I don't even want to try that because, it's not really rap. Like, she doesn't really adjust well to change. So I think there lies an issue. And I think that music, after you sit so long out and you take so long of a break, things start to change. Music has changed. The way that we consume music has changed. The way that music lasts has changed. A lot of artists right now are afraid to put out music. A lot of artists are not putting out music as frequently as they would. A lot of artists are holding on to their music because music does not last as long as it used to. It's here today and it's gone tomorrow. Okay. We're over it. And so I think that Nicki Minaj at this point, she's still trying to figure out when is there a right time to release, because it has changed so much and there's so many female rappers out and there's so many different artists out. The conversations online, the internet is literally, it's bigger than it's ever been before. Social media is grander than it's ever been before. There's so many different conversations happening at the same time. It's just kind of like, well, hold on. I got to figure out this new wave, because she came in during MySpace. Then it was Facebook. Then it was Twitter. Then Instagram. Now we're all the way on to TikTok. And it's a whole different demographic and it's a different way of consuming music and just how people are relating to the music, in my opinion. So do I feel like this woman has fallen off? No, I just feel like that she's trying to figure out, is she still even passionate enough about the music to give a damn? And I don't think that she is. And this is the piece for me. I don't think that she's ready to admit publicly or to herself that, hey, I don't really care as much as I used to. I don't love this like I used to. I'm burnt out. Now, some will say it's the competition. She doesn't like competition. And a bit of that is true. I remember she would, talk about how competition, why, yes, I would love some. Billboards, yes, I'm winning, but I'm still bored. She did an interview one day when she was talking about Lil' Kim, and she talked about how the people's biggest fears are competition. And it seems as though whenever Nicki Minaj gets competition, what she ends up doing is starts to discredit the competition. Instead of embracing it and leveling up, she will try to minimize their accomplishments or somehow justify why they have what they have versus what she has. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of that and a lot of the fact that she hasn't received the accolades and the credit that she feels that she's deserved, I think that she's a little bit scorned by the industry. Some people talk about records, and I was one of those people too that was like, well, Nicki Minaj, she needs to drop an album and she needs a #1 record. Well, let's just be honest. She's where she is today without having a #1 record. So I don't think that the pressure of a #1 record is what it is, because Nicki Minaj has never been that girl that we looked at as that girl that was going to get #1 records. We've always looked at her as a feature queen. She'll get on a verse and she'll body anybody that's on the record. But I just don't feel like she's bringing that energy anymore, and she's not working enough. Now, I hear that she's working on her own project, and so she wants to save these moments for her project. But I can't help but remember, was it last summer, where she talked about how she was at home and how I remember DJ Booth and Cupcake and all these different people were talking about how female rap is boring and how they miss Nicki Minaj and how we need Nicki in hip hop again. And then Drake went to her house. And then Drake actually pulled her out. Because see, we all thought that Nicki was doing the Mary thing and taking care of her kid. But if you listen to that live stream where she talked about how Drake came over, it sounded like Drake pulled her out of a depression and out of a slump and out of a writer's block and out of a creator's block. And she said, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there was a block. There was a creator's block. So I think that Nicki Minaj is more so stuck and at a point where she's like, man, I'm a legend. She defaults to that instead of saying, okay, the things that I've been doing before, that doesn't work now. Let me get more creative. This is the problem. While Nicki Minaj is a talented artist, arguably the greatest female rapper of all time. She lacks creativity. And she lacks the ability to take advice. This is just what I believe. So I think without listening to people and having a lack of creativity, it's really hard to compete and reinvent yourself. Because honestly, right now, we're in a moment where it's time for her to reinvent. And it doesn't have to be drastic, because to be honest with you, we the people, we're here. The consumers are ready for it. We are ready to consume Nicki Minaj music. We are ready to bump it. We are ready to celebrate it. We are ready to turn up. But it has to be good. It has to be something reminiscence of what we fell in love with. It can't be these lazy flows. It can't be half energy. It's going to have to be something letting us know why you are still the queen. And I feel as though she doesn't feel like she wants to do all that. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like the only reason why Nicki Minaj will fall off is because she wants to. It's not because the people aren't there. It's not because we don't care. It's not because she doesn't have the talent. It's because she doesn't want, she will be her own downfall. Now, I see people saying that they're not there. See, now this is where we have to be honest. The same people that are there, if you're there, listen, Cardi B fans are there for Nicki Minaj music just as much as Nicki Minaj fans are there for Cardi B music. You're going to be there. Whether you like her or whether you don't, you're there because you want to judge the music. We're not going to sit here and act like if Nicki Minaj didn't drop an album today, that everybody would not be listening to the damn album. We would. Everybody would be listening to the song, watching the video, and listening to the album. We have to stop that. We got to be honest. Everybody would be here for Nicki Minaj music right now. Period. Whether you like her, whether you hate her, you'll be here for the music. And that's just a fact. So we can't sit up here and act like you wouldn't be here for it. Even if you listen once, you're going to listen. Be very clear. Be very clear on that. So I'm not going to just say that Nicki Minaj is falling off, because that word falling off is just kind of like, okay, it's subjective. What do we mean by falling off? Do we mean like is she the queen right now? Is she the reigning? If we put it into that context, then okay, sure, she's falling off. She is not the queen of rap right now. She is not running hip hop, female rap right now. Cardi B is running female hip hop right now. Period. Cardi B is the it girl right now. It's Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat. Period. That is who's running female hip hop. Nicki Minaj is not even out. However, if Nicki Minaj decided to come out at any moment, we the people are ready to accept her. We the people are ready to embrace her. We the people are ready to consume the music. And if it's good, we're ready to bop. We're ready to celebrate it. I'm ready to celebrate it. But the problem is, I don't think that she has it in her. Some people say, well, she's got this husband. She just had a baby. Her dad died. Her manager got killed. Her business manager got killed. Yeah, but a lot of this was happening before all of these things has happened. Does that make sense? A lot of Nicki Minaj has not been the same since Shether. Nicki Minaj has not been the same since Bodak Yellow went #1. Nicki Minaj has not been the same since Cardi B came and took the spot. And I think what happened there was she was just like, you know what? I'm over this. This is some BS because she felt like Cardi B wasn't even supposed to. I'm gonna tell you what I feel like this is. Nicki Minaj feels like this is a joke. She feels like music is a joke. This is in my spiritual mind. I got my cards right here. This is what it's telling me. It's telling me that Nicki Minaj feels like this is a joke because she feels like Cardi B came in and wasn't deserving of the things that she got. And she feels like the industry celebrated Cardi and these other girls, out of spite, and they really don't write. They're really not talented. It's all about sympathy and payola, as she would say. And so she feels as though she's burnt out, like this is stupid, which I don't agree with. I think that she finally got the competition that she was asking for, and she didn't quite understand how to go about competing. See, when Cardi B came in, while she wasn't the best rapper, she came in with a personality, and she came in through Instagram, and she came in with a work ethic and a likability. Something that Nicki Minaj, while she may have had the work ethic, she didn't really have the social media, and she really didn't have the likability of the people. And so she kind of lost her bearings with that. And then Cardi B also came in and helped usher in a new wave of girls. Whether she directly helped them or whether girls got inspired by her come up, it was the different doors have opened. And when you sit out for so long, I think that Nicki didn't realize, like, she would take these long breaks, and then the longer you sit out, you'll wake up one day and you'll realize, damn, 5 years have passed. Damn, things have changed. You got to ask yourself, at some point you woke up and realized, damn, I'm not a kid no more. Or at one point you woke up and realized, damn, I'm not 25 no more. I'm 30. Damn, I realized I'm 40. What happened? It's like you live life, you're going through, and then you have this sudden realization that, wow, things have changed. The dynamics have changed. The dynamics of life have changed. Times have changed. I recently had the realization when I realized, wow, we're in a whole nother, we're in the Gen Z generation now. Like, I'm a millennial. We're a thing of the past now. It's all about Gen Z. What helped me realize that was TikTok. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm old now. And so you start to realize that, and I think that she had that aha moment, like, oh, wait, the music industry has changed. And so I think that she is trying to figure out, does she really care? Is it even really worth it at this point? And to me, I don't really think that she has a love for the music like she should. Now, here's the thing. Can Nicki come back? I don't know if Nicki has a single solo record, but I do think she can come back on a Lil Baby feature. I think if she can come back with a Lil Baby collab, I think that's what I think. Drake ain't gonna be able to do it for her. Lil Wayne ain't gonna be able to do it. She need like a Lil Baby. She need like a money bag. I don't know, like, I just feel like Lil Baby is the one that could bring the Nicki energy back. But she has to be willing to get into that bag. And I just don't know if she has any real steam left. I feel like a piece of Nicki Minaj is burnt out. So the question is, did she fall off? The only way Nicki Minaj falls off is if Nicki Minaj decides that she's done. And from the looks of it, it's not feeling like she's that inspired. And I don't feel like she was that inspired even when she dropped Fractions or Seeing Green. Drake had to go and get her and pull her out of her slumber. and her creative block. So we'll see. Now, I'm going to open up the call lines. I want you guys to call in and let me know. Do you think that Nicki Minaj is over? Did she fall off? We also have to realize this too, guys. Everybody gets old. If you're lucky, you get old. Okay? So Nicki Minaj has been in the game 12 years. She's about to be 40 years old. Naturally, there's going to be newer girls that's come out. Okay? You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean she's falling off because other girls are here, but she's just not producing. She's really not producing. And I think that she's not producing because there's a bit of fear there. And I don't feel like she knows how to produce in this new climate of which music is being sold and consumed and yeah, the way that it's being consumed now. I'm not sure that she's even comfortable releasing. But I mean, but even in that, I mean, Cardi's the same way. I mean, we've been waiting 3 or 4 years for the Cardi album. You got to think, like, these artists see how music is going. I mean, Cardi's project has been pushed back too. So she knows that music, there's pressure on her too. So everybody has the pressure. Because Cardi's thing is, listen, this is album number 2. It has to be good. And I don't want this album to just come out and then, you know, yeah, the numbers, we got, it's good numbers that's going to be on the album, but is it going to be a classic? Are people going to continue to listen to it, you know? Or is it going to be here today and gone tomorrow? I'm going to be honest with you. The only album I'm still listening to, well, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm only listening, the album that I'm really listening to right now, and I'm listening to it back to back to back, it's not even a rap album. Well, actually, I'm listening to Something for the Hotties. Really, Megan Thee Stallion did her thing on that. Let me take Nicki down real quick because I got to just read what y'all. Megan Thee Stallion did her thing on Something for the Hotties. A lot of people slept on Something for the Hotties. Let me pull that up. This, just real quick, I just want to tell y'all this though. This, I like this better than her regular albums. Just really quick. A lot of people slept on this. I don't know why people slept on this. She is really rapping on this. I'm still listening to this, and I'm listening to Summer Walker. I'm listening to Summer Walker every day, all day. You know what I mean? So, but I say that to say music is not sticking as much as it used to. So a lot of artists are like, when should I release it? When should I not? You know what I mean? So I don't think it's just Nicki. I think it's people in general. But yeah, I don't think that she's falling off. I think that she's choosing to not give us content though. And I think that she doesn't have that much time left to where she will be considered have fallen off. But you also got to think about, this is why it's very important on your rise up to remember the people that you run into, because what's supposed to happen is the people that you run into on the way up, they're supposed to keep your legacy alive. A lot of Nicki Minaj doesn't have a lot of rap girl friends. She doesn't really play nice with the other girls. So a lot of the other girls, while some of them will kiss her ass, a lot of the other ones are like, yeah, screw her. And a lot of the legends, females, they don't really give her much. They give her, oh, that's Nicki, cool, but they don't really fool with her like that, because the way she came in the game. And so it's hard to have sympathy for a person when they came in like, it's me, 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 me. All you hoes is trash, 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 trash. All right? The number is 563 999.
Now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Hold on, hold on.
Your show is scheduled to start in 30 seconds.
All right, so the number is 563-999-3658. The conversation is, did Nicki Minaj fall off? Yes or no? Call in and give me your thoughts. I don't think that Nicki Minaj
Your
has
show
fallen
will go
off.
live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let me see. No cursing, no flagrant language, no craziness, okay? Let's go. Okay, 7595. Did Nicki Minaj fall off?
Hi.
Hi, turn me down in the back, boo. I'm gonna come back to you. Turn me down in the back, or we gotta keep it pushing. 8822, you're live on the air.
What's up, Armon? Happy New Year's, email.
Happy New Year's, boo. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
That story time earlier was very funny. I just had to say that.
Okay.
So yeah. So the question is, did Nicki Minaj fall off? No, I don't think she fell off. I don't think she will ever fall off. I think these people, they go into these Twitter spaces and they have these little conversations, but I feel like these little conversations have no traction. If Nicki fell off and she's so washed up, I don't understand why Nicki, out of all the end of the year lists, whether it was the most paid, whether it was the most streamed on Spotify, Apple Music, on all these streaming platforms, with the exception of Doja Cat, who y'all don't claim to be a rapper. So if you take Doja Cat out, Nicki led through all streaming platforms. She was the most streamed female rapper through all streaming platforms. And clearly, people like to say she's washed and she's not here no more. She's not inspired. Her songs are trash and whatever. But at the end of the day, though, it don't make no sense how somebody could be washed up, but they're still leading the pack.
Well, I wouldn't. First of all, you can not be inspired and still have good music. So I say that she's not inspired, but I never said her songs are trash. And I never would say that she.
I'm not saying.
But what I'm saying is, it's being inspired. But so yeah. So what I'm saying is, though, I don't think she's inspired to get back out there and keep creating.
Maybe that could be true to a degree, but I'm just saying. So, but when people say she fell off, pertaining to like the whole conversation, or some people might say she's even washed. To me, it don't make sense when she's leading the pack in everything. She's behind somebody who a lot of people don't consider as a rapper. But if we're putting Doja Cat in the lead, then Doja Cat's the leader. But if we're taking Doja Cat out, then Nicki is actually leading the pack. And to me, I feel like Nicki might not make the TikTok songs, might not make the songs that everybody wants to hear, but that's what makes her music legendary. It's the same thing with like the Kendrick and the Nas and the J. Cole. People call them boring because they feel like they haven't really tried to fit in with this new sound. I mean, it's good when people fit into the new sound like Drake. That's why Drake is Drake, because Drake tries to make sure he makes music that sounds like the new era, which is good. But then when you look at who Drake is, it's like the music might be hit records, but his artistry, to me, it has went down because we know him to make great music. So when you try to submit down to this new stuff, then it's just like, okay, you're still relevant, but how good is your music? Like how it was once before. I think Nicki is still putting out good music. She's still rapping. She's still putting out the bars, whether it's features, whether it's just her regular songs. Everything is still there, and the sales are actually translating. A lot of these people that's out here, we gas them up, and we have all this fake social media support for them, but the sales is not translating. They're just here for looks, aesthetics, and accoutrements. Nothing else about them is great.
And you're talking about Megan Thee Stallion.
The Megan, the Cardis. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about all these girls, all these rap girls. I feel like there's a momentum. And first of all, like it don't make sense to me, because if you want to be clear, that's why I love the stats, because the stats numbers don't lie, and that's why Nicki was in the pack. Because when you think about what Cardi put out this year, Cardi didn't put out an album out this year, but when you look at the whole Bruce soundtrack, that didn't even peak on Billboard, and they had all these antics around it, and it didn't even chart. Megan Thee Stallion, I don't even want to get into her. The peer sales, that it was trash. The sales itself generally was trash. That's something for the thotties. I'm glad it was for the hotties, because, girl, let me not even get into that. So you know what I mean? Like, it's all these traction and all these fake social media support, but it's not translating. So I don't think Nicki fell off. I think Nicki is still here. I don't think Nicki is in that Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded era no more, where she was topping everybody. I do think the girls are putting out numbers, but the numbers not even consistent, because when we look at 2021, where are the girls who were so-called the queen of rap? And I don't know, Armon. I feel like, we're on touch our own opinion before I leave, because I could be long-winded. I think you being, because I've been watching you since when you came out, and I know you used to be a bar. According to you still are. I feel like Cardi can have all these accolades and have all these streaming, all these diamond records, and she could be in the pack and rap right now. But for you, who I know used to be a big Nicki fan, to sit and call Cardi for the queen of rap, to me, I think that's a little crazy. But like I said, music is very subjective, so it's what you take out of it. But I think Cardi might have all these hit records, but what does she have in rap? What's the essence of rap and what rap is? What does she have so much that makes it a point of rap besides the hit records? What else can she prove to show? You know what I mean? Like, I don't respect that, and that's why the Kendricks and the J. Cole's will always be who they are. Whether they don't make music like Lil Baby and Lil Durk, they have music that lives on forever, that 20 years from now we could say, I remember when Kendrick dropped that, I remember when J. Cole dropped that, I remember when Nicki dropped that. I feel like these people are living off momentum, so what makes them queen and kings of rap? Because they're having a hot moment right now. How long can they last? You know what I mean? I don't know. To me,
okay, well, let me answer. I feel like Cardi currently right now is the queen just because her influence. She has a lot of influence right now. Obviously, she's selling right now, and she is like a lot of people. Like, she's opening the doors for people, and she's the standard. She's literally the standard visually, video wise, number wise. Like, every female rapper probably at this moment wants to be where Cardi B is at right now. Like, that she literally is creating her legacy. Like, Lil' Kim is a queen. Nicki's a queen, but there's a new queen. See, I think people get it twisted. This does not mean that because Cardi B is the current, that Nicki Minaj never happened. You know what I mean? She's very much so a queen. But the current reigning, it's a new time. And Cardi B is now. She's now. Where is Nicki?
Well,
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? She's not outside. Is she? I mean, like, is she? Like, where is she?
I mean, I think when you look at what Nicki has done 2021, she's been on stuff. I feel like that.
But I mean, but if we're gonna do that, then what? Then Lil' Kim is the queen of rap. She was here before everybody, and she was killing it. Nicki got a lot of her stuff from Kim. So, like, what are we doing? Like, but at some point, you have to learn when to pass the baton. And Lil' Kim's reign is over, but Lil' Kim is still a queen. Nicki Minaj, the question is Nicki Minaj reign over? And I believe it's coming to an end.
Well, you have to see what this 15th thing. I feel like I don't think the ball has dropped yet. And with Lil' Kim, I feel like But
let me ask you this. But why? But what are we waiting for the 15th thing for? Because Nicki Minaj, we've never known her to be a chart girl for her own stuff. So what are we waiting for? What does the 15th thing prove? What does that do?
So, but then if we ain't talking charts, then the skills and the raps are still there. So then I think it's nothing then. If we ain't talking charts, because I feel like
well, but you got to think about it. Well, I mean, like, has she ever had a #1 singles record off of her album? So, like, what does the 15th thing do that catapults her up? Does it just become a solid, non-skippable album? What does that look like? Does it mean she needs a #1 record? Like, what is it?
The quality of the music. The #1 record is for the fans to go actually support and eat that. But the quality of the music and how well it aged and how well it is on. Because let's be clear, 4 out of 4, Nicki has 4 albums. All 4 albums hit. Whether people want to be delusional or not.
Queen was a good album. I liked the last one.
Lyrically, Queen was that. The Pink Prince, the best album. Pink Friday was the era that everybody remembers, and Roman Reloaded was the time where the pop, and you feel like, before I leave, it has to make sense. this new era of music is trash. So and what you're saying about Nicki, like how you believe about that, I can't agree with that because Nicki do feel like music is a joke right now. I feel like during the time where the pop era was so big, where Chris Brown and Usher, everybody was doing the EDM stuff, Rihanna, Nicki did that because that made sense. Those are songs that people still play to this day.
Those are songs that people play to this day. Exactly. No one. See, I think. See, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. I think because I was with you when you were talking about, because you made a point where you like they're still streaming her music and she was one of the highest paid female rappers, and as she should be. But I think where we start to blur the lines is where, you know, we start to talk about her discography and her legendariness and her iconicness with this idea of, is she relevant to today? Like, she's an icon. She's going down in history as one of the greatest female rappers of all time. That no one's disputing that. Is she the queen? Is she relevant now? Is the conversation. And if you believe yes,
Nicki trends every week. Every award show, every award. Go ahead.
No. I agree, but I think that we got to base it on that because no one is taking away the fact of how iconic she is. No one has ever, like, that's never the conversation here. And if that ever is the thought that that's what I do here, that's not what this is. Nicki Minaj is a legend and an icon and will forever be that. However, is she currently reigning? That's the question.
Wise, but when you say reigning, what do you mean? Do you mean like numbers and just influence, or
is she the hottest female rapper out right now?
In 2021, I would give it to Megan and Doja. Megan popularity and social media influence, and number wise, I'll give it to Doja. Cardi's not even the hottest thing 2021, so I'll give them I'll give the two of them that. The Megan and Doja, I will give them that.
Doja Cat was climbing through the ranks. Doja Cat has been climbing through the ranks, and Megan Thee Stallion was definitely hot in 2020, 2019. Yeah, she was hot. Cardi B is coming back up.
Well, we shall see because y'all, we waiting for that album too. Well, I ain't waiting for it. But
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. The girls are waiting for it. And I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to keep you on email. I'm going to keep you on. But let me get some more people. 7213. 7213. I got the super chat. 7213. You live on the air. Talk to me. Turn me down in the back. Oh, girl. Okay, I have to come back to you later. You're just not ready, baby. 7595.
75, you can hear me?
Yes.
Test two.
Yes.
Hi. Okay.
Hey.
I'm glad. So, I'm so happy because I'm a fan of you. But
thank you.
The question for Nicki. Nicki is never going to fall out. I feel like she's never going to fall at all. I feel like the reason why that because y'all still talking about her. People who fall off, nobody talks about them or nothing. Like you could say Lil Kim or Trina, like certain people whose people don't even talk about who make videos, you know what I'm saying? I just think she would never fall off. She's still gonna be the girl. People still talking about her name, still brings up. People still watching her every move. You feel me? And I feel like she's just waiting. I feel like Nicki knows.
But what is she waiting for? What is she waiting for?
Well, for what? I feel like the court thing with her husband, she want to get all of that out of the way too. And I feel like she do.
Well, that's new.
With her husband, that is new. That's all last year though. And I feel like that's and then another thing.
But she ain't been out since 2018.
I think 2019 she did her little thing. She did a little thing. 2020. Okay. You know, she did all right. But last year, I'm talking about all last year.
Okay.
She didn't like do a lot of like shows because I think they say she didn't take the shots she was talking about.
Yeah.
She needed a vaccine to do a lot of stuff. And I think that's what making her hold back on a lot of stuff too. She was talking about she turned down a lot of deals because of the shots. People say, oh, she's not working. She's at home because she never took a lot of shots. She never took her vaccine. And I feel like Nicki wants y'all to wait. This year is going to be her year. But everybody keep bringing her down and dragging her. I feel like this is the year, 2022, Nicki is coming back and talking her shit. And for everybody who's downing her, y'all going to be looking back.
Thank you. Cause you just sent vaccine. You cursing. You thank you. You should 1989. You're live on the air.
How you doing? So I agree with the last two callers. Nicki won't fall off. When you look at everything, if you go on Spotify right now and pull it up and look at the list, you will see Megan and Cardi are now in the 70s in terms of most streamed artists. Nicki's still top 50. We want to talk about what was it? 2020, 2 back-to-back number ones. You want to talk about who crashed a website last year, selling out the most basic shoe, a Croc. That's influence. See what Cardi and Megan couldn't do to Nicki, what Nicki did to Kim. When Nicki came out, it was clear she was it. She was everywhere. That was it. There was no more conversation about Kim. She didn't have additional moments. Mm-hmm. Nicki has had moments the entire time Megan and Cardi have come out. They can't annihilate her, mm-hmm. even with the push. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that and you look at the influence, you look at what's trending, like it's, a 12-year-old mixtape, mm-hmm. number 2 on Billboard 200 last year. A 12-year-old mixtape. What do you mean? Mm-hmm. World tours. Where is Cardi and Megan's world tours?
Cardi definitely needs a tour. Before Megan, Cardi needs one. Mm-hmm. Cardi needs an album, exactly. And Cardi needs a world. But here's the thing.
And guess who's going to beat both of them to tour? Doja Cat. She's going to have a world tour before Cardi and Meg. I guarantee it.
I don't know. But no, I mean, I just do not like Doja Cat. But I can see that. Yeah. It's just the Doja Cat piece for me. Like, I'm with everything else. It's the Doja Cat piece for me. But I'm with you with the Nicki. I'm with you with the Cardi with the album. I'm with you with the Cardi with the tour. I feel like Meg is hot. But I just don't feel like Megan Thee Stallion. She's not all the way there. She's not all the way there yet. I feel like
she can't hold it all the way. She can't hold it all the way here. And here's the difference. I think, like what you said, like with the Queen and everything with Kim, I think the difference between Nicki and a Cardi and a Meg, Cardi and Meg are very now girls. But Nicki, the thing that makes her a queen is when they ask the new girls about the rap industry, whose name consistently comes up? Nicki.
Well, so here's the thing. Yeah. But so here's the thing. What we're doing too, though, and I don't mind it, and I like it, but we have to understand Nicki is 12 years in, phenomenal talent, 4 albums in. She's put in a lot of work, so of course you are going to be slated as the blueprint, the you know what I mean. And before her, it was Kim. Right. So I feel like girls like Cardi more than even the Meg piece. Cardi is building that. Cardi's not going to get those kind of accolades probably for another 5 to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like right now, Cardi is in the middle of her building. But not to compare the two, because this is not about a Cardi versus Nicki, but you have to understand what Cardi is doing. She's also creating history. Maybe we don't appreciate it now because she's living in the now, but be very clear. Mm-hmm. When a lot of the moments that Nicki had, people didn't appreciate them until now. So that's what happens. Right. We don't really sit back. It takes time for us to really sit back and see the impact that a person has made. So to say that Cardi is not making an impact, I don't believe that that's entirely true, but I'm not going to try to put her in this to discredit what Nicki has done. But Cardi B is definitely creating a legacy, and it's different from Nicki's.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes, no, and I agree with that. I think for me, it's just when we use that term queen, like I said, when Nicki came out, that was it. That was it. Shut it down. She took it, hit it out the park, and around the world when record label execs and everybody said it couldn't be done. Female rap is dead. You won't be profitable. You won't make us money. She took it around the world. She was that girl. When Cardi and May came out, they had moments, absolutely monumental moments. However, for whatever reason, their steam just doesn't seem to last as long. It just doesn't seem to have that timeless appeal. And I think that's what you're seeing happening right now on Spotify in real time when it comes to what can I stand to listen to for months on end, years on end. You know what I'm saying? Look,
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the world, just picked up Nicki Minaj's Chun-Li for the latest ad, right after using her "Feeling Myself" with Beyonce. This is Amazon, one of the largest companies in the world. You know what I'm saying? Using a nearly 4-year-old song.
So
You know
do
what I'm
you
saying?
think?
So
So the
it's just
question
like-
is: so you think that
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj is currently the hottest female rapper out right now?
I do. Here's the deal. Absolutely, because whenever you say Nicki's
Okay.
name online, in a video, on an article, when you look at the numbers, when you actually look at the search results, when you look at the number of people who have engaged it, who viewed it, Nicki comes out on top time and time again. Look at the most searched celebrities of 2020.
And you know what?
Nicki,
That could be, and that
yeah.
could be your experience. And for me, I just don't see it. But I'm obviously one person, so I'm not everywhere. But I remember there was a day where I would go out to bars and clubs, and it wouldn't be a night if I didn't hear Nicki Minaj. And I can't tell you the last time I've heard Nicki Minaj in the club or a bar. And I've had a blast. Like, I don't like her footprint is not needed anymore out. And I'm noticing that.
I hear you, Well, I hear you with the club thing. I mean, then again, it's been, 4 or 5 years since her last album. She's put out a few things here and there. But like I said, that's, to me, that's the power of a queen. Like the fact that you said, she's not outside. That's the power to me of a queen. The fact that you don't have to be outside. Like last year, the fact that she didn't have to, right after delivering a baby, hop on a jet to go to the Fashion Week to hope to make a moment. She reached over, picked up her pink croc, and told Zoo to take a picture, and she broke the internet and crashed.
Yeah,
the
but
website.
it looks, but I mean,
you know what I mean?
but I think, I don't know. Are you a gay guy or are you straight? I'm asking for a reason.
No, I love everybody. Sure.
Okay, well, because I'm a gay guy, right? And I think the reason why we liked, for me, like Nicki is almost like a built-in. She's like built in, like she's grandfathered in. So you loved her, you've grown with her, and there's nothing she can do. Just like Kim fans, like they're gonna die hard Kim fans, right? For me though, I just, as a creator, as an up and comer, like I respect the sport. So while the Croc things is good, I'm excited. Like, give me a photo shoot. Give me some dope visuals. And this is why, and I just feel like it's very lazy. You know what I'm saying? It's very much so. It's very much so. I know that everybody's gonna like it because I'm Nicki Minaj, so I can do the bare minimum. When you got people, when you know what I mean?
Yeah, to your point, she cleared house a lot last year with her team. She switched it up. So trust me, what you're saying, she's also paying attention because the thing is her team has gotten lazy because they know they can ride the coattails of a Nicki Minaj. They don't have to work as hard as a Cardi or Megan team to get that spot. They know anytime Nicki makes a move or tweets with somebody or has an interaction with somebody, the media, the world follows. So they got lazy. But even in that, if you look at, because I'm an ad guy, I look at sponsors, all that in analytics and whatnot, the most lucrative brand deal in the industry, this is what athletes want, this is what everybody wants, automaker deals. To this day, Nicki is the only female rapper to have a automaker with Mercedes-Benz brand deal. And no other female rapper has gotten a Toyota, Nissan, a Mercedes, whatever. That's Nicki. You YouTube her, Nicki Mercedes-Benz. She's got a worldwide campaign with Mercedes-Benz. That's the most lucrative deals in the industry, more so than a Pepsi or a Coca-Cola. Auto brands pay. So I hear what you're saying. I just feel like going forward, especially this year, the girls are scared. Nicki's partnering with Amazon. She's about to release a show, a documentary. She's actually got several offers for certain roles. Like, you understand, like I'm
gonna be honest with you. I think within the next 5 years, I think the Cardi B will have more money than Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna be honest with you, because
look at last year.
Well, but I feel like the way that she's moving with these clothing lines and movies and this, like Cardi B is positioned, and I don't want to make it about that. So okay, let's not do that.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying,
I hear you.
and I like what you're saying as far as Nicki Minaj is not falling off, and she will never fall off. And you know what? I think that musically, the only way she'll fall off to me is if she decides she doesn't want to do this anymore. Because I feel like we're waiting. We want it.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you this: she's gonna be she is the female Jay-Z. She will be able to pop out whatever, whether she's in her 40s.
Now I'm
late
with you with that.
40s.
I think she
I'm
can do
telling
that. I believe that she will
I get-
always be able to
you know
pop
what I'm
out
saying?
whenever she wants. I can see that. I can see
whenever
that.
she wants. Yeah. So no, it's cool. And then just paying attention to now, I look at the TikTok kids. When you look at who they're, Nicki is up there with old ass song. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm. When it
Okay,
comes
you
to
don't know.
relevancy,
Okay. The cousin, it's just the cousin. It's the cousin for me. Okay. Let me. Okay, I have to move you because you don't because I let this a couple slide because you was talking good, but it was the cousin for me. 8685. You're live on the air, and we got to keep it short because we got almost 50 people here. Yes. Hey.
Hey Armon, how are you doing? Happy New Year.
Good. How are you?
Can you hear me just fine? Just want to make
Yep,
sure.
I sure can.
All right. First, I just want to say congratulations on your move.
Thank you.
Hope good things come your way. I don't think Nicki will ever fall off. I do agree with the previous callers, but there
Okay.
are some things that I do agree with you. After Schiefer, I feel like things changed. I don't know if it's just me, but she got bodied by Remy. I'm not a Remy fan either like that, but I do feel like after Schiefer came out, things started coming out about her.
Well,
I
let's
feel
be
like
very
she
clear
really
about the
did-
Sheether era. Sheether disheveled Nicki, but Sheether ended Remy. Remy hasn't been the same since Sheether either. Let's be clear on that too.
But even before that, like, were we really talking about Remy though? Like,
Well, she was
I don't
in
even think
jail.
It gave her a moment. It gave her a
Mhm.
moment. Like, oh, snap, okay. But like after that, I'm not like, oh, y'all, let's listen to a Remy song. No, unless my mom plays it, then I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, but
Okay.
nah. But I do think things change. I do feel like she is possibly, with everything going on, I'm not saying that's an excuse either, but I feel like with everything going on, maybe she does lack inspiration, like, or something, or
Mhm.
she's burnt. I do feel like if Nicki drops something right now, everybody's gonna be on it, for sure. I do want to say though, I do agree with you. Even like, I love both women. I love all these rappers. At the end of the day, love them or hate them, I give them respect because they're out here doing their grind. But I do believe right now, besides numbers, I'm not really that knowledgeable on numbers and stuff like that. But when it comes to influence, and right now, Cardi, Megan, Doja. I can't remember the last time my Barb friends were like, yo, Nicki. I do.
Well, that's
feel
not
like
the
there will be
conversation. Like the conversation now about Nicki is very much so an online thing. It's like her fans streaming her music, trying to keep her legacy alive on Spotify. And then, but I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I still listen to Nicki's old stuff, hoping that I get a new feeling because I want more Nicki music. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like Cardi B is not the moment now, And of course, Doja Cat is doing her thing, and Meg is here. But Nicki, she's still very much so relevant. Nicki Minaj did not fall off. It's just, I think she's falling off though.
I think she is at the. I don't think she'll. I agree with the last caller. She will be like Jay-Z. If she.
No, I
drops
agree with that
something,
wholeheartedly. Mm-hmm.
We're all dropping what we're doing, but I feel like right now, she's not really. At least for me, any Barbs can correct me. You can correct me. She's not feeding. She's not feeding us. I'm sorry. Like I love a photo shoot. I love seeing pictures of you being happy with your baby. So cute, but I want music. When was the last
And not even that. And even if it's a photo shoot, like I haven't been on. I'm blocked, so I haven't seen everything. But I'm like, I want a spread, a magazine, a cover shoot. Like, give me show me something outside of you being at home.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But okay, thank you, caller.
Yeah.
We gotta take some more. We got 7213.
I want more Nicki music.
Turn me down in the
But I'm not
back.
here and act like Cardi B is not the moment now, And of course, Doja Cat is doing her thing, and Meg is here. But Nicki, she's still very much so relevant. Nicki Minaj did not fall.
Oh, okay. Super chat to the top. Turn me down in the back. 5385. You're live on the air.
Girl, The last caller don't know how to listen, have that whole TV on. Let me tell you what it is. Nicki Minaj has not fallen off. I'm going to be honest. She has not fallen off, but she's scared. But every girl is scared right now.
Every girl's scared right
now. And I'm
now,
going to be honest. Why? Because female rap is plummeting. It's not like this. It's no one's really like, I don't know. It's getting lazy. I'm a fan of rap. So all the girls are getting lazy right now. Every single one. None of them are sticking like grits, besides Doja Cat. And it's no shade. But that's because she does more than one thing. Also, people keep saying, Nicki they keep bringing up J. Cole and Kendrick, right?
Well, okay, so hold on. Let me ask you this. Wait, so you think female rap is plummeting because there's not a demand for female hip hop, or just the work ethic?
I just feel like music in general, like even like male artists, if you listen to like music right now, everybody's music stays for a little bit, but it's like, okay, bring out new music, and all the fans are like, we want more music, because I don't know, it's like this era can't stick to one thing. You know what I mean?
I definitely feel like female hip hop is very much so relevant. I don't think that it's plummeting. I think that it's growing, and I feel like everybody wants a female rapper, and they want a hot one. Everybody wants a female rapper under their belt.
But nobody has put out a body of work that's stuck like Invasion of Privacy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Now, yeah, I can see that.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been since that. So I feel like all the girls are scared to even drop right now. I'm not going to sit here and bash Nicki because I'm not one of these delusional fans. It's no shade. I'm gonna be real. Nicki's looking for her right team before she puts something out. Cardi's making sure all her music is correct, relevant, it's what's hot, it's what's popping. Everybody is literally on their P's and Q's because that spot for the Queen of Rap is open right now. If Cardi drops the album and it doesn't do as good as Invasion of Privacy, it's like the second album curse. If Nicki drops her album and it doesn't do what needs to be done to remain the so-called Queen of Rap, then she's going to be a Lil' Kim, like, old Lil' Kim. What happened to Lil' Kim? You see what I'm saying?
And then then you got Doja Cat coming up through the cracks, and everybody's ready to crown her in a minute.
And then Meg has her little fan base. It's like all these people, which is good. All these female rappers were let in, but who is this year? I believe if you're a fan of female rap, you're not going to sit here and say you're not going to listen to no one's album. You want to see who is the Queen of Rap. You're going to listen to every single album,
this is the
whether
year,
you like it or not. This is the year. Like, people are sitting here bashing each other's fan bases, but you're going to be the main ones listening because you want to compare and contrast, because that's all fans do is compare and contrast. Let
me tell you something. If Nicki dropped right now, all of us would shut this live down and be listening to that. Cardi, Nicki, Meg, Doja, for everybody. And if Cardi dropped right now, the world is stopping and we all finna listen. Period.
Like, it's no shade. And right now,
and let's be very clear. And they're listening to each other's stuff. Be very clear.
Very, very clear. And I don't care what no one says right now. The main two girls are Cardi and Nicki because everyone's waiting on their two albums as far as to compare and contrast. They're not waiting on, I'm gonna wait on Doja to drop because Doja's gonna sound like Nicki. It's no shade. And as far as for Megan, they're I'm not even a Megan fan like that, but Megan is good on a feature and has her whatever, but I just feel like she's not ready to drop with her whole court stuff. She's still trying to find a new sound. She's still trying to, it's like she's a good freestyle rapper, but hit-wise, like to make it to a top 10 because she has no solo top 10, it's no shade.
I just don't think that Meg is in the conversation. Yeah, I think Meg is one of the top like hot girls, but she's not in the running for the queen.
Like, the running for the queen right now is basically Nicki versus Cardi.
Period.
The fans want to give Cardi her flowers or not, because usually they're talking about numbers, but you're only talking about Spotify. You're talking about iTunes and Apple numbers, because you can definitely know that.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Oh. Well, I don't know what just happened there. Was that me? My line? Hold on. Ciao. Hold on, ciao. My line? Hold on. I don't know what's happening, child.
At your show now, press 1.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Not a solo top 10. I think it was a feature, actually. It wasn't a solo.
Girl, you were still talking that whole time?
Yes, I was talking the whole time.
Girl, the line had disconnected and everything.
Wait, it disconnected. They can hear me. They're in the
They can hear you.
talking.
Okay, they can hear you. They can hear you. They can hear you now.
You said the line just, you know, I'm going to go in like it is what it is. And then they're sitting here talking about impactful moments. Like, let's be very clear. Nicki cannot leave her house. She's going to have to work with what she has to work with. Because I heard somebody try to shade, oh, Cardi had to go to Paris Fashion Week. No, Cardi was booked for that. She was booked for Balenciaga. She got paid to go. There's a difference when you have to take selfies in your house because you can't leave versus when you're being paid to go walk red carpets. That's called being booked and busy. And I don't understand how, like, all the girls to me are relevant right now until an album drops. Then we can really talk about if somebody fell off. That's the real conversation.
Okay, so yeah, Nicki Minaj, the conversation, Nicki Minaj has not fallen off. All right, Eva, let me take some more calls because I got to get up out of here. All right, let me see. 0658, you live on the air. Has Nicki Minaj fallen off?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Armon. So I'm going to make it quick because I know you got mad people on. So is she still relevant? Yes. Is she the number one rapper? No. But I kind of wanted to pose a question. It kind of might not correlate, but why is it that Nicki has the title of falling off when there's no music, but Rihanna hasn't had any solo music out since like 2016, and they don't ask if she's falling off or that's not a hashtag? You get that one?
Yeah, but I just don't feel like, I feel like it's different for hip hop. I mean, I get it, but I feel like there's so much of an anticipation for Rihanna. It's just ridiculous. Rihanna chose to quit. Like, you know what I mean? Nicki Minaj didn't just say, like, Rihanna basically said, I quit. I'm going to start other businesses. Nicki Minaj is just, she hasn't started any businesses. She hasn't started a television show. She hasn't done, she had Queen Radio, which was great, but now there's no Queen Radio. So there's no content.
And I feel like and I see people in the comments before I got on, they were saying like Beyonce as well. When it comes to those two, and I feel like the essence, excuse me one second, I was opening my door, but I feel like the essence of rap is kind of different than the essence of being an R&B singer. But the difference for Beyonce and Rihanna, since they're really up there as well, is they leverage the things that they have. Rihanna's leveraging Fenty, so she's in our face all the time. Beyonce may not drop music, but she's leveraging Ivy Park and she's leveraging Parkwood. We see her through other things. And like you said, I'd rather see Nicki in a whole spread. But, that was kind of just the main point. You answered the question, so you go ahead and take some more callers.
All right, thanks, Boo. All right, 0423. 0423. Yeah, and people talk about the Rihanna, but Rihanna left and became a whole billionaire. It's just kind of like, how can you even say fall off when the person leaves and starts a business and creates? And we just seen today that Rihanna pretty much is opening up Fenty stores in the U.S. So if anything, Rihanna started a new career and doubled and tripled and quadrupled her money. So to me, that's not a fall off. That's a win. You know what I mean? And Rihanna could drop right now and everybody, I don't care if it's Cardi, Nicki, hell, Beyonce, Adele, Drake. If Rihanna dropped, don't nobody need to drop no music around that time. I don't feel like that people will feel the same way for Nicki. I feel like Rihanna is the only person that everybody, no matter who you pick a person, they would push back their release date for. Because not only because it's going to just do crazy numbers, it's because they going to be excited. Like, nobody wants to be in that time slot competing with Rihanna when R9 drops, if we ever get it. I mean, I wouldn't. 0423.
Yes, Armon?
Hi.
Hey, Armon. So let me just, start off with this, right? So one of the callers had, they was talking about, oh, when Nicki came in after Little Kim and everything, because here's what people got to understand. We're all different generations. I'm 24 years old, so I guess I'm a part of Generation Z as well. So I've been bumping Nicki when she came out, 2010, when I was in middle school and everything like that. But the thing is, when Nicki came out, Little Kim was in jail. So there was nobody. There was I remember it was a space where it was nobody out. Little Kim was in jail, nobody was out. Nicki came out at the perfect time, and she did what she had to do. And she had her 10 plus years. She did what she had to do. So now the thing is, Cardi came out 2017 with the music and everything like that. She came out. So here's the thing that people was having a hard time to understand. One, has Nicki fell off? No, Nicki did not fall off yet. Yes, what you said, she is falling off. And the reason why she's falling off is because she's just not that girl like she was 5+ years ago. It is what it is. Cardi is exactly how when Nicki came out and everybody was on Nicki, that's what it is with Cardi. Everyone wants a Cardi feature. Everyone. When Cardi first came out, nobody wanted a Cardi feature. It was hard for her to get featured. Now everybody would literally die for a Cardi feature because she has that thing. If you get a feature with Cardi, you're going to get top 10. You're going to get those numbers. You're going to get what you need out of it for the most part.
Yes,
so,
I agree.
Right. So the problem is people just don't want to accept that Cardi is just she's the main girl. She's doing what needs to be done right now. It really is what it is. And the thing is I understand why they may feel
it's Cardi B's moment right now. It is. It is her moment.
Period.
And let's be very clear. And what Cardi B is doing, that's why I said I don't think that people are realizing it. They're not appreciating it. But Cardi, and I just hope that, I'm here to have this conversation, and perhaps one day I'll be on a big main stage, interviewing her in, 5 years from now, where there's a new girl after Cardi and everybody's going hard for how Cardi is the queen still and how she's done this and done that. People need to realize all this love for Nicki was not there for her entire duration of her career. This only came the last 5 years.
Right.
For a while, no, listen to me. For a while, they were dragging her. They were talking about how she couldn't rap, how she had no bars, how in every song she would say somebody's her son, how they're tired of her, how she's really not a rapper's rapper like that. They were ready to cancel her because they said that she was pop. Then they said she sung too much. It didn't become up until the last, I feel 5-6 years, everybody started being like, oh my God, Nicki Minaj, I'm a die hard. For a very long time, she could not shake the Little Kim energy that she created. She could not shake that drama. People hated her for what she did or what they believe she did to Kim for a long time. So, and I feel like Cardi B is in that era of where Nicki Minaj was. When Nicki Minaj was first coming out, yes, people loved her. Like you said, they loved her. But then there was a lot of people who, no matter what she did, they hated her because they wasn't ready for it to be a new girl in charge because they were still holding on to Kim. And even now, let's take Cardi B out of the picture. You bring Nicki Minaj up, there's still some, maybe a few Little Kim fans that will still say, but Nicki did this to Kim. I swear to God, every day somebody sends me an email to watch Playtime is Over documentary about Kim and Nicki Minaj. Just some of those things never really go away. It's not as big as it was, back then, but Nicki dealt with the same thing that Cardi B is dealing with now as it pertains to her. So I just think that, it's just going to take time for people to really appreciate the work that Cardi B is putting in and the history that Cardi B is making and the legacy that she's creating for herself. Because, you know, for her to be in the game 5 years and for her to be, you know, at this peak, and especially coming from where she came from, I mean, she's really doing the thing. And it's not to take away from Nicki, but like you said, they don't want to give her the credit and give her flowers for being able to be a part of this conversation like this. Because if you really want to talk about the lineup, it's Kim, Nicki, Cardi, and that's just what it is. But sorry for taking your time. Go ahead, boo.
No,
sorry.
that's okay. But my thing is just this, right? Another problem is how long do they expect Nicki to be doing? Do y'all want a 50-year-old queen? Like, I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? There's no shade. Like I said, I like Nicki and everything. But a time is going to come for everybody. That's what people don't realize. Like, see, like, you know how you said, like, Generation Z, like, this is, like, their time. Like, it's about, like, you know, the music change, everything changes. In 10 years, it's going to be the other generation that comes after that. And then there's going to be a person for that generation. Like, it's just life. Like, nobody is always going to stay at the top forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's, like, that's another problem that people have a hard time, you know, swallowing that pill. Is like, you know, if you made it, Nicki made it for over 10 years. That's a big thing. That's a great thing. A lot of people don't even make it where Cardi's at 5 years. A lot of people don't even make it to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
That's just like that. I have to bring it to me. Like, that's like somebody saying that I could never be, a personality because Wendy Williams, or I could never be something because of Howard Stern or Charlemagne or Joe Budden or, you know, Jason Lee, or like I could never come because they will always be. No, at some point those guys will have to move over and there will be new people.
Right. And it's not a problem with that. It's life. Life goes on. And that's the problem that everybody, like, it's just like, you're not going to stay at the top forever. No one stays at the top forever. Even Beyonce's the queen of everything, but she comes and makes music whenever she feels like it because she can do that. She's the queen. Like, it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? So,
and let's be clear, and with her being the queen, and let's be very clear, I mean, Beyonce is the overall queen of music, but Beyonce has slowed down. Right. It is slow. Like it's slow. She's older now. It's slowed down. But Beyonce, you know, she's just a different level. So I really can't. It's hard to really kind of compare because Beyonce could come out and just really end it all. But so Beyonce, that's a different type of caliber of a star. You know what I mean? So, but if we talk about polarizing figures like that, and you know, I would say in that Beyonce-esque kind of era, like I'm going Drake, Kanye. You know what I mean? Like polarizing figures like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like really legendary acts. Like maybe, you know how we have like, we got the Jay-Z's, we got Michael Jackson, we got Beyonce's. I feel like Drake is kind of like one of the new age, like Beyonce type figures. Like he's a big deal. Like, and like, I don't know. And I just think that like you got the Drake and Kanye's, those are like those big stars, like on that kind of like Beyonce level. Now, maybe they don't perform like her, but I just feel like star power, sets, stages, like no one is like, did you see Kanye West, that the stages that man has? Like he is on another level of star power. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that
everybody.
That's the thing. Like, so like Kanye is like, if I'm thinking like on a Beyonce type star power level, like Kanye is that guy, like right now. Like Kanye is like the biggest artist in the world right now, to me.
Right. I know. I definitely agree with that. And this is another thing. It's just like when Cardi comes. Here's the thing. I personally feel Cardi's second album is gonna do what needs to be done. And I say this. She had WAP. That's on it. That was her. That broke hella records. Mad records. She had Up, #1. Cardi is very in tune with like her music and is very in tune with what's popular, what's in, and she studies it. And she's almost like a perfectionist. Like she don't feel comfortable just releasing anything compared to Nicki just wants to stay in her what she feels comfortable with, and that's just that.
Well, I hope she doesn't kill me. I talked to Cardi. I talked to her, and I hope she do not kill me. But she's not. It's not even the album sales for her. that is like she's not even worried, like, because everybody, the record number wise, is gonna do well, like, you know what I mean? But
right,
and that's not her words, but she, like you said, she understands. We got WAP, it's up, like the numbers are there. Okay, those are platinum records, and you know what I mean? And so, but the thing is, for her, she wants this album to be a classic. She wants this to be one of those albums that, you know, it's a good bed of music. Like, it's a good body of work. You know what I mean? So I think that that's what she's curating. Like, when I talk to her, she's not really worried about like, oh, I want this to sell this many copies. I think for her, she more wants people to listen to it and sit with it like we used to do music. You know what I'm saying? Right. More than just get the sales. It's more of appreciate this body of work that I put out. That's what she wants. Now, I hope she don't kill me for saying that.
No, that's exactly, and that's what makes a real that's what makes a good artist. And that's the type of energy that you need that's going to have you stick around for more years to come. The fact that she's focused on that and she wants it to be a classic. These other people drop stuff left and right, and I love Meg too, but that last album, I don't know what was going on. Not the Something for the Hotties, the one before that, the good news. I don't know what was going on with that. It felt very rushed, and just to throw that out, like, it wasn't bad, but it was just like, I don't know. I could have take it or leave it, and like. But it's just like, that's all I want to have to say. You could, grab it.
Thank you so much for the banter. All right. Because I didn't talk to that man the whole time. Okay. Let me see what we got. We're gonna take a couple more. Then I'm gonna get up out of here. Let's see. 8822.
Oh, Armon, you put me on hold.
Okay. Yeah, put you on hold. Hold on. 7595.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good.
Well, I don't think Nicki falling off ever anytime sooner. I want to go back to one of the callers had said it was Cardi moment. I feel like it's not Cardi moment no more. I feel like she had her moment. I still feel like it's Doja Cat moment. Like, Doja is coming out. She's gonna, be that girl, that next. Cardi gonna sell, Nicki gonna sell, but I feel like it's Doja moment right now. But let's get back on to Nicki. Nicki's not gonna fall off. You want to say something?
Well, I was gonna say I kind of like, I agree with what you're saying, and I kind of agree with like what Eva said too, because she said that, and I didn't look at it like that, but I'm kind of seeing it now. Like, I kind of feel like, well, first of all, I do still feel like it's Cardi versus Nicki, but I do feel like a little bit of it, the market. I do feel like the market is open though. I do feel like it's like, I feel like anybody right now could come and snatch I feel like the title of Queen of Rap slightly is up for grabs. I feel like it's up for grabs right now.
It is. That is true.
I feel like it was Cardi's, but I feel like it's up for grabs because now I feel like she's at a point where right now you have to defend the crown. And the defending of the crown is like, because now it's like you dropping this second album. Nicki's coming out, Doja's coming up. Cardi, you got the crown, but it's up for now. You gotta have to battle to keep it.
Yeah,
because it's up for grabs.
A lot of girls coming out.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's true. That is true. And I like both artists. I love me some Nicki. I've been a fan of her. And I like Cardi. I like both. I just wish people could stop comparing them. The more we compare them, the more they're never gonna be friends. Because if they would be cool, they could break bread, like have moments together and make more money and break records. But I don't feel like that's going to happen. But it needs to stop comparing both of them because they're both dope. Nicki is always this dope. Cardi is dope. I just wish people would stop comparing them down. I feel like the fans got them beefing now, They watch each other move. But I don't know if it's going to happen or whatever. But Nicki, I feel like somebody else said that Cardi pays the way. I feel like Nicki pays the way for Cardi, Megan, Doja. All these girls come out, they show, because if Nicki wouldn't come out in 2010, who would have come out? Where these girls would have been? I feel like Nicki paid the way for all these girls, and y'all need to give her flowers before something happens to her. She paid the way for Cardi. All these new girls coming out, all of them sound like Nicki. All these new girls are looking like a Nicki, sounding like a Nicki, showing her love. Cardi, I feel like she didn't pay the way for these new girls. And I hate when people say that and they're taking Nicki's flowers away, because if Nicki died tomorrow, everybody's going to be showing Nicki love. I feel like she needs her flower. I'm tired of people bringing her down. You know, I like both of them. I like all the girls, but I want people to give Nicki her flowers before something happens to her. That's
Okay,
all.
thank
I'm
you.
not gonna keep it
Well,
looking
we
like
hope
a-
nothing happened to
You're
her,
welcome.
but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Okay, yes. So, all right, we're gonna do one more. Ooh, because there's a lot of people on here, child. We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this. Ooh, child. I'm seeing the 4265. I don't see that on here. Okay, this person been on here for almost an hour. 6356, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Armon. So the question was, do I think
Did Nicki
fell
Minaj
off?
fall off?
I don't think so personally. You know, I love Nicki Minaj. I first heard of Nicki Minaj back in 2007 when she did that Jump Off cover. But for the other caller, I do have to disagree with her because I think Cardi B did pave the way for a lot of the new girls because she made success more tangible in the industry.
Okay.
So when Nicki Minaj came into the industry, and there was another caller that said Lil' Kim was in jail, Lil' Kim went to jail in 2005. She came out 2006, before Nicki Minaj even debuted in 2009. And when Nicki Minaj started doing music, she was already calling herself the queen. And I think that rubbed a lot of the legends the wrong way. And, you know, probably burned a lot of bridges with them, you know, because I'm a fan of all the female rappers, past, present, future. I don't see, personally, Nicki Minaj ever falling off, but I do think her run
is up. Her reign is up. But or is it?
Yeah.
Now that is to be determined with this second project. And let's be very clear here. For me, for Armon, when I say my hat is all crooked, hold on, Shell. Ooh, let me get it together. Okay. For her second project. Now, for me, I'm going to need the project to be a solid project, but also these videos. If Nicki Minaj does another video on the kiddie pool, I'm done with her. I promise you. I'm going to need creativity. I'm going to need fashion. I'm going to need her to create. I mean, it's not even about raising the bar. It's just elevating herself.
Yeah. Well, that gets into a question that I will ask you. Do you think her label and her team are sabotaging her?
Well, no, because now she has the same management company as manager as Doja Cat. So I'm hoping that some of that creativity will rub off on Nicki, because Nicki Minaj, while she's very talented, she lacks creativity.
Yeah.
She lacks creativity, and this is where these other girls are eating her up. And so we can talk about how she can out-rap everybody, but creatively, she's at the bottom of the totem pole.
Because you got Cardi, you got Doja, you got Megan. The new girls are starting to come up, like Lotto, and everyone.
And so, and then you got Sweetie squeezing through the cracks. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, she's just great at marketing in general.
Yeah. But all right, boo, thank you for calling.
Oh, no problem.
Bye. All right, last one. Thank you, Shadir. She says she's a super fan. She wants me to take another call. Okay, so we'll do this one. 5553, you're live on the air.
I'm always the last call. It's happened twice. What's up, Ma? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm going all right. So this is how I feel right about this. Nicki is falling off, period, point blank, because she's not putting no content to keep her name pushing. Yes, you can have drama in your real life, the issues with her man, and that can always be in the news about you all day. But we're referring to music, period. Her name can be relevant in other things, but when it comes to music, she's not putting down nothing to keep her name relevant in music. So Nicki might, I can't, and mark my words on this, the next project that she drops is going to flop because she's not relevant. No one's mentioning her name at all. She's not competing with the girls, with the Megans, the Sweeties, the Dojas, the Cardi B's. She's not competing right now. She's just there in drama in the news. There isn't any music to like keep her in our mind. It's going away. So I can guarantee this. And again, I don't wish it upon Nicki Minaj, but I guarantee she's gonna flop her next project because she's not putting out nothing in the meantime. There's nothing there.
Well, okay. Well, thank you for that. You said what you said.
No problem.
Oh, shit. Well, we're going to wrap it up right there, child, because I know that could just have a slew of other callers.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Ooh, child, I am tired. We have been on twice today. Listen, I love y'all all. We're going to have to do a part 2 to this. If you didn't make it on right now, make sure you guys come back. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys all for watching. I am tired. All right, but we are back. It's 2022. I love you guys all for watching. Thank you for listening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.